Hi friends, this is Anshul from FundTQ, and we're getting so many queries regarding the fundraising during this phase. So here we will try to capture as many questions as possible regarding the fundraising, regarding the investors, etc. Now, though we understand the scenario is challenging for startup founders to raise funding, however, here we are trying to resolve the challenge and provide you with a long-term perspective. The questions could be very many, starting from when to raise money and how much, and how to sustain if you're not raising money during the pandemic phase without the investment. Now, the majority of the founders look out for fundraising even before starting their game, that is, even at an idea or minimum viable product stage with no revenue as such. Now, we are not suggesting here that you should not do it. However, you should refrain doing this. Now, if you look into the past, most of the businesses are not built on the investors' money. The Ambanis, the Lakshmi Mittas, the Unilevers of the world, they started from scratch. They built giants. The startup world today sees investment as a supporter. However, think about how to generate profitability, how to gain early customers. Equity capital should merely act as a booster money for you. It should not support the pillars or fundamentals of the business. Second, please be mindful that equity is not a free lunch. You are accountable. You are being questioned every time you spend a penny. You cannot become rich relying only on the investor's money. So it is better you focus on the business as a core activity than fundraising as a core activity. Third is become fearless. Now, COVID, crisis, stock market downfalls, other downfalls are part of any economy. Every boom is somehow followed by a downfall. Now, it is in your head. During this pandemic, you are cautious of what you're putting in your body. However, you need to worry more about what you're putting in your brain. Stop listening to negative thoughts of investors. Ex-founder, mentors, there are very many webinars we see a lot on social network. Now, most investors here are suggesting you should have a runway of 12 months, you should have a runway of a couple of more years. I am suggesting you should have a runway of lifetime. You should not rely on investor money, whether it comes or it doesn't come. Your business should be up and running. Now, how is the second thing that you would ask. Diversification is the key. Think of various ways to diversify your same business interest. Second, if you take investors' money merely as a booster, you would be able to do a couple of things. Like, number one, creating value for customers forever. Second, you would be able to rule the term sheet and negotiate investors on your terms. Third, you would be able to get proper valuations. Please be mindful during this phase that do not negotiate at below your worth. And if you do not have time or resources to hire a full-fledged investment banker or a valuer, you may quickly value your business relatively easier on FundTQ platform, at least to kickstart the discussion. Now, the link is there in the description section and you can go. It is free of cost during this pandemic phase. So grab this opportunity. Fourth one, last but not the least, it will give you better valuations if you see investors' money just as a booster. Don't show investors that you're desperate to get an investment from them. Just rely on the fundamentals of the business. Other questions that founders are asking that when you should raise money. Now, there is no algorithm that when a founder should raise money, after revenue, how much would be the revenue, etc., etc. However, just focus from day one to gain early customers. That is the key. If you have savings already and you are thinking of keeping it aside for rainy season or as an investment, then you might be wrong here. If you're not sure of putting your own money into your business, how would you expect a strange investor to invest in you blindly? My suggestion is to take a risk. Use your money, use your saving to build a business and convince yourself before convincing to investor. Now, if you get interest from investor, should you raise money now or you should wait and watch and tell your investor, you wait. No, you can raise money now. The answer is you can raise money. However, be thoughtful of the terms you are being offered. Listen, the pandemic will pass away and the economy will bounce back. Do not take any decision in haste. Do not sign any legal agreement in desperation so as to put your dream on stake. And you should not regret later when you entered into the deal. Next question that you could ask is, which investor should I choose? So the market has angel investors, the market has angel networks, the market has VCs, that is venture capitals, and the market has strategic investors. Now, I would like to tell more about it because most of the aspiring founders that we would like to see this webinar also. The angel investor. The angel investors are wealthy individuals who is ready to take a plunge in this market, who are ready to take risk, who believes in you. They're interesting people. They could be ex-co-founders of, some big giants. They have taken an exit, or they could be ex-CEOs, CFO of corporates, etc. Second is angel network. They are organized network of these angel investors. They have unanimous terms. They have a platform where you could, raise money. You could pitch there. They charge success fee or equity fee. However, before entering into agreement with them, just see the terms and condition, how much they're charging. VCs. VCs are pure play investors. They are focused on returns on the investment. They, they're organized, and we see how they could help you in investment. The fourth is strategic investors. They are companies in similar domain who wants to expand their offerings, not organically, but unorganically. They generally prefer taking majority stake and eventually taking over on or minority stake if they just want to understand and replicate your business model later into their business. Deciding all these investors take a toll in your life because, there are a couple of these investors. However, I would again and again convince you to take and read the terms and conditions they're offering, their fees, their upfront fee, their retainership fee, their success fee, etc. So that you have a learned investor on board. Tomorrow, you should not say that, because there could be an interference from angel investor. There are a lot of hashtag #MeToo investors who are like anybody coming on board and, taking a toll on your life. So you have to be very cautious with whom you're signing an agreement. Next is it the right time to pursue my dream? You might have been laid off, you might be in the job, not getting paid, you might be on a leave without pay, or you might be at a good position in the company. Whosoever are you, believe you me, this is the right time when economy is bouncing back at a fast pace. This is the time to try out new things. This is the time you will get best resources at the lowest cost. You can get brilliant of co-founders on board. So this is the right time that you think about achieving your goal. Now, who could help you? How to achieve this? How to kickstart? If I have an idea how to kickstart, you can get connected with us, or you could also join accelerator and incubators across the country. There are almost more than 300 accelerators and incubators. If you have an idea, you can go to the incubators. If you have an MVP generating early revenues, you can go to accelerator. They can help you even an early round of fundraising, and they can help you turn ideas into business models. If you want to know more about which incubator or accelerator you could join right now, you can get connected with us, or we can have a separate session on this. Now, the last is valuation of my idea. How should I know that what is the correct worth, if it is worth or not? Now, you can log on to FundTQ valuation platform. You can have a rough idea of how much is your idea valued at a given time. The link is there in the description, and you can move forward. With this, I think this is the end of the questions which have been received by founders. If you have more questions, just connect with us or write to us at info@fundtq.com, info@fundtq.com. thought. With this conclusion, we are saying one thing, keep in mind, don't give up. You are in the right space, you are in the right economy, everything is right around you. Just don't give up. Focus on what you could achieve and don't focus on the negative thoughts. With this, thank you so much for listening to us. Stay tuned for the next